Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Sunset Tarot. Now this is a general reading and it is open to all zodiac signs. So just take what resonates with you. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, there might be a message here for you. Now let's try to see what is the main energy at the end of the day. Okay, we have here the Three of Swords. Something is causing you heartache at this time. Something related to relationship. Or maybe you are reminded of a past emotional hurt or a past relationship that did not flourish. For some of you, there might have been a third person involved. For some of you, it could have been that there are three things that has caused you pain or is causing you pain at this time. So it can be also there are three things at this present moment that is giving you heartache. Now at this time, I could see the rain in the card. So for some of you, it could also be accompanied by moments of tears. Now, whatever pain is causing you right now, these too will pass. It's part of life cycle. There will be moments for laughter. There will be moments for pain or tears. And there will be moments for healing and learning new lessons. At this time, for some of you, life is a little bit cloudy. For some of you, the card can also symbolize healing of past hurts. So for some of you, those who are healing right now of past hurts, it means that you are in the process of transformation. And part of that process of transformation is healing of past wounds. So for some of you, you are in a process of transformation and you are if you try to see at this time if there are certain memories that are painful that keeps coming back to you, be aware of that. If they keep on returning back to you, the same thing or related things, you need to listen to your inner self. You need to listen to these things that come back. Maybe they are asking you to recognize them as part of your life. You can always talk with these past histories and tell them, yes, you are part of me, and my experience of you has enriched me. I would like to take with me the lessons I've learned from you, and I resolve to move on. Now, this card can also symbolize your shadow part that is trying to ask you to recognize him or her. You need to also try to see if in your dreams you encounter certain moments wherein you experience intense fear with a desire to run away. Now it can symbolize, that moment can symbolize the presence of that shadow part of you. If something keeps coming back from the past, you need to give attention to it, to recognize it as part of you, and to resolve together with it to move on. It's like saying, I begin again. I cannot change you anymore, but I recognize you as part of me. I take with me the lessons, and I resolve to begin again. Now let's try to see how this will further unfold. Oh, see? So if it is a healing process, this too will pass, and sooner or later you will be able to move forward. If it is at this time something that is causing you heartache, if something at this time is causing you heartache, there is the promise of the Chariot that it will allow you to mature, like this one symbolized by the two sphinx, the balance between the dark and the light. So this can symbolize maturity through balance, and then also having good armor, a good boundary, can also symbolize interior growth. So in a certain sense, this will allow you to grow and give you the courage to move forward through life. And sooner or later, the sun will shine again, as the card shows a yellow sky. So sooner or later, if right now you feel bogged down, sooner or later you will heal. And after you heal, you will be able to move forward a better version of you. And there's a star on the crown chakra, which symbolizes that whatever the situation is, it will bring you closer give you a much closer relationship with the divine. And also for some of you, an increase in your intuitive capacity. Now let's try to see what is the advice of the universe for you. Well, whatever it is that is causing you pain, what comes to me right now is to bury the swords. Instead of continuing the conflict, instead of raising arguments and discussions, it is rather much better to just bury the sword to avoid conflict. Just like the person here in the Seven of Wands, he is removing all the other swords, as if removing all those ammunitions that you can use in an argument. You know how it is sometimes when we try to uh, sort of unearth past conflicts or past hurts and use it as ammunitions to an argument at the present moment. Like you will recall a past mistake the other person has committed against you, and you will use it to counter the person you are having an argument with. Well, the card is suggesting to remove all those past things or past hurts and not use them as ammunitions in order to prevent further conflict. And then there are two swords that are left here, and these two swords are buried on the ground. So in a certain sense, for me, what comes to me right now is that bury the sword. Let it go. Let the past go. Don't let the past linger. Let it go. For example, if somebody has hurt you, then work on yourself to learn to let it go. Because what happens is sometimes you have the other person or the other party has already moved on, but you're still suffering from the situation. And so it becomes unfair on your part. It will prevent you from moving on, like the person with the chariot. For you to be able to move on, you need to remove past hurts. Don't use them anymore as ammunitions for arguments. Bury the sword. Try not to have further conflicts. For the Seven of Swords, somehow the message here right now is if you can avoid further conflicts, then do so. Now let's go to Insights at Twilight. Okay, for our Insights of Twilight, we have here the Strength. So whatever this trial is, whatever this is that is causing you pain, whatever this thing that is constant, whatever this thing that constantly come back as a conflict or an argument or whatever it is, you have the strength to make it through. You have the strength to move on from such situations. Just like here in the Chariot. When you look at the Chariot, the other message that the Chariot somehow brings us right now is move on. Leave behind the pain and move on. Move forward with the Chariot. Leave behind the arguments and the conflicts and move on. Move forward with the Chariot. To be able to do that, you will need inner strength. You will need the courage. You will need the courage to have good boundaries. The courage to say, no, I do not want to continue anymore and have any further arguments with you. I would like to give my life peace. So having good boundaries, learning to say, no, that's enough. I don't want any more conflict. You have the inner strength to protect yourself from further pain. You have the inner strength to move on and leave behind this painful memory that is no longer beneficial for you at this time. You have also the strength to find a good place where you can heal yourself and move on. So at this time, use that inner strength or that strength that comes within, that comes with your relationship with the divine, in order to free yourself from this painful situation and to avoid further conflict and also to move on to better days. Well, that's it for today. I hope you were able to benefit from our tarot reading. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.